and welcome to OneSub Tutorials. My name is Lokesh and I'm part of the OneSub support team. In this video, we will introduce time slot settings in OneSub Classic, which is booking pages, and explore the key option that allows you to control how and when your availability is offered to your guest. The time slot settings section allows you to configure important scheduling rules such as meeting duration, starting times, booking limits, lead time before meeting, time zone conversion, and more. These settings help ensure that your calendar works exactly the way you need it. The location of the time slot setting depends on how your scheduling setup is configured. If your booking page is associated with an event type, which is a recommended setup, the time slot settings are managed directly within the event type. Now, to access them, log into your OneSub account and go to booking pages from the left-hand sidebar. Next, if you have a booking page such as this, which is linked to an event type, the time slot settings will be available directly under the event type itself. However, if you have a booking page, such as financial planning meeting here, which is not linked to any event type, the time slot settings will be then available under the booking page itself, right here. Now let's see the key settings available in time slot settings. Within this section, you will find several configuration areas that control how time slots behave. Let's briefly look at each one. First one is time slot display. The time slot display section controls how your available time slots appear to guests. Here you can configure time slot duration, which determines how long each meeting will last. You can set a fixed duration or allow guests to choose their meeting duration within a range that you define right here. You can also configure starting times, the next one, which determines when meeting can begin. For example, meetings can start exactly on the hour if I click on 00 and deselect all the other options, or at any custom intervals such as even 5 minutes. Another setting here is the time slot spacing, which controls the minimum gap between the starting times of available time slots. This helps prevent meeting from being scheduled too closely together. Next, we have workload rules. The workload rules section helps you control how busy your schedule can become. Here you can configure buffer time before and after meetings. Buffers automatically create gaps around booking meetings, giving you time for preparation, travel, break, or follow-up work. You can also limit the number of bookings per day or per week. Once the defined limit is reached, the remaining time for that day or week will no longer be available for booking. If your booking page is associated with multiple event types, each event type can define its own booking limit. However, the overall number of bookings allowed on the booking page will always follow the highest limit among the event types, rather than adding them together. For example, if two event types each allow 3 bookings per day, the booking page will still allow a maximum of 3 bookings per day overall, not 6. If you want each event type to have independent booking limits, you should place them on separate booking pages. Next, we have time frame rules. The time frame rules section allows you to control when guests are allowed to book meeting. The before the event section defines how much lead time is required before a meeting can be scheduled. For example, if you set a lead time for 3 hours, guests will only see time slot settings that are at least 3 hours away from the current time. The next setting, which is into the future, this setting controls how far in advance guests can schedule meetings. You can choose between two approaches. The first one, nominal time method, which simply shows a fixed number of days or weeks into the future. Or the second one, the available time slots, which only counts days that actually have available time slots based on your availability settings. Next, we have time zone conversion. If you work with customers across different regions, time zone conversion ensures that guests see your availability in their own local time zone. By default, OneSub automatically detects the customer time zone and displays available slots accordingly. You can also choose to require guests to confirm their detected time zone or restrict bookings options to their local working hours by selecting the relevant radio box. Alternatively, you can turn time zone conversion off if all your customers are booking from the same location, or if the meetings must occur in a specific time zone, such as for conferences or in-person meetings. The last option we have is number of time slots offered per day. This is another useful option. This helps in limiting the number of time slots offered per day. This setting does not limit the number of meetings that can be booked, but instead limits the number of time options shown to the guest on the booking link. This can help simplify the booking experience, prevent adjacent time slot from being selected, or create the impression of fuller schedule. OneSub will automatically distribute available time slot as evenly as possible across your availability window. Once you have done the necessary changes, hit save at the bottom. And that's it. You now have an overview of time slot settings in OneSub Classic, the booking pages, including how to configure meeting duration, availability spacing, booking limits, lead time, and time zone settings. These options give you full control over how your scheduling experience works for both you and your guest. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next OneSub tutorial.